I'm not tall, I'm 5'1", and I have lost a piece of paper here, so I've had to put a little panel in there. I don't know if I forgot to print it or if it didn't print out. But if I lie this is a pants pattern, and if I lie this pants pattern, it's going to have stirrup bottoms, so they go over the front of your leg, the front of your foot. If I put that beside me, like that, there's my waist. Now I know I can adjust it, but by golly, surely they don't cater for people who are, well, I'm 5'1", so that's almost a foot left, so whoever it is, it's 4 foot from their feet, from the top of their foot to the waist. Unbelievable. Whether I'll be making these or not, I don't think so, possibly not. I'd probably prefer to do a pattern from made to measure. I've had my hair cut and I can't do a thing with it. It's not bad, but well, when I came back from the hairdresser it was absolutely wonderful. But I've kind of been messing around and doing that and doing all sorts, so it's kind of lost its shape. So you'll have to put up with a slightly half-finished hairdo. Anyway, I've got the camera quite high there. It's on a pivot, it's on an overhead thing, and I can't be bothered to take you off, so you're going to see me kind of looking down on me, and hopefully it makes me look a bit better. I want you to see this. This is a pattern that I've just downloaded. So as you can see, it's a pattern where they are like ski pants, and I am 5'1", the waist comes up to there. Whether I'm going to spend my time measuring, lowering, shortening, I don't know. I do fancy making ski pants, which are a bit like leggings, but I think I might just stick to leggings. So but it was the reason why I downloaded this pattern was I saw on Instagram a lady wearing the jumper part, and I liked it. So this is what I saw, and so I sourced the pattern, and the pattern company is Naughty Bobbin Patterns, and this is, it says it presents the heroine's closet, and it's La Megève pullover and stirrup pant. Now I wasn't, as I say, I wasn't so bothered about the stirrup pant, but the lady's jumper was really eye-catching, I thought. But when I see the photograph, it's actually a painting, and I don't know if you can see it there, that's the painting. And there's no shape to it, you can't really see anything. And I've got a funny feeling this is the same person who did a waistcoat that I bought from Janine in Canada. Janine Sews in Canada. And this is it just shows nothing on it. And had I seen that pattern, I would never have picked it. But had I seen, when I saw the pattern that the lady was wearing, I thought it was nice. It's not by the same lady. This is the one that I got from Janine Sews, and this one is Linda Kubik, and I quite like that idea. You can't really see what that does there, but on the back I like the cross there. I still have yet to make it, and that was the back. So this one is not the same, or not the same. It's not the same one. It's actually an illustration by Nicole Jarrett, but I don't, as I say, you can't really see what that looks like, but this is what it looks like. This is what caught my eye. It's actually like a sweatshirt, and it's got a seam down the front there, and the pockets go into there, and there's like a facing on the bottom here, and the neck is like a raised polo neck, but it stands off the neck. So I quite like that. What I also liked about these is their weight gathered around the waist. I thought that was a good idea. So if I do decide to shorten it, the trousers, maybe I might do them, but we'll have to wait and see. I've just put up a video of His Lordship and I. We went to stay with our friends in my father's old house. It was my dad's old house, and yes, I think it was Angela said, is that the house you took in one of your previous vlogs where you showed us and it was they knocked everything out? Well, they're still busy working on it. he's still got a long way to go. The room that I filmed, there's a room between that and you've got the kitchen there, then another room, and then this room. That room's done. The kitchen is done, almost, and the bit in the middle hasn't been touched, so there's still a way to go there. Upstairs, and there's a little hall, there's a little, there's another part where they've got a piano, and then upstairs, they haven't finished the staircase. They haven't, they've done their bedroom and built an ensuite. They've done the bed, which that was my father's bedroom. Then they've done the bedroom that was my mother's bedroom, and that was the one we stopped in. And then they've completely done the little bedroom. It's only a 3-bedroomed house, but they've done the little bedroom, and that's kind of their office room. What they've done is they've taken out all the wardrobes. They've completely removed all the wardrobes because my mum and dad had lots of fitted wardrobes, so they've removed those, and they're doing a good job. But it's somebody said, I've saved the questions. Where is it? Louise Mayer said, is that a bed and breakfast? No, it isn't a bed and breakfast. I don't think they have any intentions of it being a bed and breakfast. It's basically our friends John and Barbara, who've bought the house when my dad died. They wanted to buy the house. John is a builder, and he's bought several houses and done them up, and they decided to buy that one. They didn't move into it until February, but they were hoping to be in a lot earlier, but John's father died about a year or two back, and he had to down tools and stop everything just to organise things for his father dying. His father got cancer, so he spent a lot of time looking after attending to his father, and then after that attending to his mother, who's in her late 80s, and she needed a little bit of support. So they finally moved in February. I think their intention is to stay at least for 5 years, and if they like it, they'll stay longer. But at the moment they love it because they like the beach, they've got a camaraderie with all the villagers, and so yes, that was our friends that we met down in Yorkshire. And they now live in my father's old house, which is 120 miles further north. And what else? Somebody else, Lorianne asked a question, and I was going to answer it on my thing, Lorianne, but then I thought, no, I'm going to answer it now. And what your question was, you said, I have a question, Michou. We drive on the right side of the road, and we tend to walk on the right side of the street. Does it follow with the Brits to walk on the left side of the street? I seem to think that I saw everyone walking on both sides of the street. Your thoughts, please. Well, actually, Lorianne, we walk on both sides of the street. There's no kind of, if you're driving that way, you walk that way, and if you're driving this way, you walk this way. You just walk wherever you want to be. And so if you are wanting to look at something on that side of the road, you walk that way. If you wanted to look on something on that side of the road, you walk that way. We are not we have no strict regime about walking along streets. I remember as a young girl going to Switzerland with the school, and when we were in Switzerland, the other thing that we don't do is, maybe it's more so now because the traffic is built up, but when I was younger there wasn't as much traffic, and we could cross the road wherever we liked. And of course, when I went to Switzerland, we all wanted to cross the road, and we started to cross the road, and a Swiss lady pulled us all back and said, you have to cross at the crossing. If you don't cross at the crossing, you'll be fined. So we all went, what? You know, you don't have that sort of thing in England. And then when I used to go, I don't know if, as I say, it's a long time since I've asked my sister about it, but when I went to France, if you cross in England, if you're crossing on a crossing, you press the button, or there's it's a zebra crossing, what we call a zebra crossing, and if you are there, in the days before you had the little button that you press to say walk and don't walk, if you were standing at the zebra crossing, it was for cars had to stop to let you cross. But when I went to France, my sister said, oh, you don't do that, you have to walk out and then the cars will stop, which to me sounded rather risque, because you know, I said, well, what happens if the car doesn't stop? And she said, well, you get knocked over. Now whether that's changed as well, I don't know, but we don't choose to walk on any particular side. I'm just going to put a little bit in here, because when I was telling his lordship in the car about what Lorianne had said about walking on the same side of the road as you drive, he then pointed something out to me. We do have a ruling, or it's not a ruling, but a lot of people, it's common sense to do it, that if you're walking along a road that there is no path, then you walk on the side of the road that's facing the oncoming traffic. So for example, when we walk down from here, down the little country lane to the pub, which is about a mile and a half away, then what we do is, it's a little narrow country lane. The traffic is coming this way on the right and that way on the left. We actually walk on this side so that it's facing us, so the car can see us and avoid us. And so we can see the car as well, so it makes us jump onto the verge or whatever. But otherwise, if we were the other way around, we wouldn't see the car coming, and it could hit us from the back. So the usual policy is you walk towards the traffic that's coming towards you. So there you go. That's if there's no path. But if there's a path, you can go on whatever side you want. Angela said, did we enjoy the roasted chickpeas? Yes, we did actually. I've had chickpeas before. I've never had roasted ones like the boys did them. And and I have to say that not only does his lordship cook, but John he's just retired from it. He was a scout leader, and Barbara still is a Cubs leader. So basically they teach the kids how to cook, so they've got to be all knowing, and John is a good cook as well. So when his lordship and John get together, when we go on holiday, if we go together with John and Barbara, the men cook, I wash the dishes and Barbara tidies up. It works out well, and the boys love it. They love going and they like messing around and cooking, and it has to be really, you know, they go and they say, what we're going to have, let's have fish, or let's have meat, or let's have this, and then they go searching for a recipe online to see if they can get it. And his lordship especially, when we go shopping for the recipe, for the ingredients, he has to get exactly what it says on there. So he was quite gutted in that little video. He needed curried leaves, and you can't get curried leaves, not at Christmas at least, and not in towns where they're not really. You might get it in a big city, but you won't get in a little fishing port. Angela said it looked like a vegetarian meal, and no, it wasn't. I mean, we do chickpeas. We often use chickpeas. With other things. Chickpeas is not something a lot of people eat, but my husband, his lordship, does like chickpeas, and he liked the recipe, so that was why we had it. Angela said it's a lovely big kitchen. Well, yes it is, because it was originally a little kitchen with a garage next door, and what they've done is John knocked the wall down between the two and he's made it into a massive kitchen. Barbara was particular. I don't know if you noticed, the oven is kind of low. It's not, the furniture doesn't go up to the ceiling, because she said we're getting old and we don't want anything that you've got to stretch up to, which I thought was a very valid point. So most of her kitchen furniture is within reach of her putting her arms up there to get them out, and nothing where you've got to stand up on a step stool. So that was it was a good idea. Now then, any other comments? Well, thank you very much, all of you. All of you wished us Happy New Year. I tried to wish you all Happy New Year back. There are some that I still haven't got around to doing. If I've missed you, Happy New Year. I've had loads of emails from people. Patricia, I got your email. I think I replied to you. I get so many. Sue Knuckles, you sent me so many emails, and I'm trying to keep up with them. They're all links to different things, and I've been looking at several ones. I shall keep up with it, but you know, bear with me. So yes, I got some fantastic comments from you all. Really pleased with them. And as you can see from behind here is a bit of a mess. I am we're steadily working our way through there, and I've got stuff that this is kind of post-Christmas or pre-Christmas. We just got a lot of stuff and dumped it in here, and I still have to move it. I've got a bicycle. This is a bicycle basket that I bought for my bike, and unfortunately it doesn't fit on my bike, and so I've got no use for it. So I might have to sell it. We've really just been chucking things into these baskets and things, and I should be reorganising all of that in the next few days, hopefully, fingers crossed. Lovely. It's been lovely going away, but by golly, I was so missing my sewing machine. But having said that, I've come back, and we came back yesterday morning, and I haven't been able to get sewing yet. I did buy a lot of patterns. One of them was, as I said to you, one of them was this one. I spent a lot of time, I get a bit bored doing nothing. We did play a lot of games, and can I recommend a game which is really good? I'm not a games person, and my heart drops when they say, can we play a game? But having said that, once I start playing the game, I thoroughly enjoy it. And it was called Ticket to Ride. If you want it, it's a good game. I enjoyed it. So, I have got several things to do. I'm not happy. I don't know if I've shown you this, but this is a top. I actually traced it from a t-shirt top that I got from Marks and Spencer's. And I like it, but what I did was I just turned the base up. I turned the bottom up with, turned the hem up with a double row of stitching, but it keeps curling that way. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some tape on the back. I'm going to tape some across the back, and that will stop it from curling up. I've also, this is my shirt that I made. The floral shirt. I'll show you a video of it, but this is it on. This is my floral shirt. I do like this. I haven't worn it yet, as I said, but it's lovely. I love it. I think it's great, and it's got pockets and a big vent up there. I think I made this one from, oh, I can't remember what pattern it was. I think it was McCall's, but I like this. The only thing I'm not too keen on is, I'd normally have my sleeves down here, and the top that I've got on has baggy sleeves that go from about there. But what I like, I've made the sleeve like that. Not sure I like that. I may either put a cuff on, or I might put a little press stud like that goes on there. Not sure. I'll have to make a decision on that, but I might put a little cuff of some sort on. So that's why I brought it out the wardrobe, and I'm going to do that too, putting a little bit extra on the sleeve. But there, this is what it looks like, and very happy with it. And then another one that I'm going to work on. Oh, this is I haven't made this top. This one here. This is from Yours online shop for the larger lady. I bought it last February, I think it was, a year ago, over a year ago. I'm not on whether I liked it, whether I felt it was right. I like it the way that it goes in there. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, it's a lovely top, and I don't wear it enough. So, and I've got a third boob. Do that. It's a lovely top, and I don't wear it enough, so maybe I should start wearing it some more. And so the other thing, these are all things I'm going to be adjusting. The other thing is, this was a pink top which I've dyed purple, and I took the bit off the bottom. I didn't like the border at the bottom, and so I hemmed it up at the bottom, but it's looking like some of the stitching's coming out, so I'm going to have to redo that. So these are all little tasks I'm going to do over the weekend. But tomorrow, my car has broken down. My car is my daddy's old car, which I love. The engine's going, but because it's cold, the tyres are locked and I can't get it to undo. We've both tried it and you've revved it and jerked it like that and it won't unlock, and we've tried going forward and it won't unlock. So we've been on the phone to our friend Lee, who runs a garage. He's going to come on Monday and fix it. He said not a problem, he'll come and do it. He said I'll jack it up and probably give it a knock to try and get it going. But in the meantime I haven't got a car. So his lordship is having his grandkids come up for tomorrow for the night, and I've been asked to go and look after my grandsons up in Newcastle, so I haven't got a car. So he's going down to pick up his granddaughters and I'm going to go on the train, which is going to be novel because I love going on the train. And when I get to the other end I've got to decide. I have to get on the train. He's going to drop me off in town. I'm going to get on the train and then I'll go to Newcastle, and then I might either get a bus to where they live, or I might get a train or a taxi. Probably the bus, because the bus drops me off not far from where they live. So you won't see me until possibly Sunday or Monday, and hopefully I'm trying to get, I've got a couple of vlogs that I really must get out and I need to get them out soon, so I'll catch you then. So I'm going to love you and I'm going to leave you and I'll catch you next time. Bye.